What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 3 of the giveaway car build. So today, the old motor up on the hoist, new motor on the stand. Got to swap the oil pan from this motor to that motor, intake, manifolds, motor mounts, all kinds of stuff getting swapped over to this beautiful machine. Get it ready to drop back in here. Hopefully we'll be able to get it back in the car tonight. At least that's my plan. So waiting on Davey to get here. He's not off of work yet. Me, man, got rained out at work, so we get to come here and work on the giveaway car for y'all. So we got the new motor on the stand, got the oil pan off, timing cover off, valve covers off, intake off. So everything that needs to come off for it to go into the car, because we're going to be swapping all that stuff from the original 4.6 out of the car over to the Grand Marquis motor and then back into the car. Just kind of wanted to show you guys this is how clean the inside of this motor is. Only 46,000 miles on it. This is the inside of the valve cover. Barely anything on my finger. So she's a pretty clean motor. So yeah, we're gonna tear down the old motor now, swap everything that we need over, and yeah, we'll come back to you with a time lapse in a second. So we got old motor out of the car, almost all the way stripped down. We got valve covers off, oil pan is off. Just need to pull the timing cover on it. But as we pull the oil pan off of it, we found this little guy. Don't know what that goes to, but I don't think it's supposed to be in the oil pan. So yeah, that could have been what caused the catastrophic failure, but we'll never know. We're gonna clean this pan out really good though, because it's got little pieces of metal in it that are not supposed to be there. That looks like that's a link from the timing chain.
Nice.
So guarantee I pull that timing cover and it's fucked inside of there.
Oh, I'm excited.
But yeah, there's, I don't know if y'all can see it, some shiny stuff in the oil down there. So I think fun. But yeah, we're gonna keep chugging along and get this all swapped over and update you here in a minute. All right, so yeah, just got the timing cover, and this is what we're working with. That chain completely snapped. I put the camera down for a little bit and just kind of got some work done. So the old front main seal out. Got that one out. Wasn't bad, just might as well change it while we're here. Getting the new timing cover gaskets on. We're gonna slap the timing cover on. Then we got to, not that valve cover, that valve cover. Put a new gasket on that valve cover, put the valve cover on, then put the oil pan on underneath. Then the intake, and this motor is pretty much ready to go to drop into the car. Hopefully we're gonna have the motor in by the end of the video today. At least that's the plan, at least. So we're gonna try and get the motor in and the car buttoned up this weekend. That way we can get it running, get some tests done on it, and get it ready for other mods. But we're just gonna keep cranking away at this and try and get it done. So on these, your alignment points are pretty much the bolt holes and your crank. Because it doesn't need to be like super. Yeah, so with RTV you want to with RTV you want to kind of just let it flash and cure a little bit, and then tighten it down a little. Why you sound so confused? Regular one.
Are we gonna give these the Ugga Duggers, or are we just gonna wrench them?
I'm probably just gonna to be completely honest. I am gonna reuse one of the bolts from the Mustang because
That one's short. Your Mustang one's long.
yeah. Actually, no, I think the short one is in there. Because you still got another one over here that needs to go.
Yeah, because this one ain't getting up there, boss.
Yeah. Because it's long for one.
According to my calculations,
Gas spares. Maybe always freaks out whenever we go.
well,
All right, timing cover's on. I'll need that for the moment. So yeah, now it's just valve covers, oil pan, and intake. And then this motor pretty much ready to go in the car, other than we got to do the driver's side manifold. I think that's about it. And harmonic balancer, but I figured that's probably a given. So yeah, we're just gonna keep chugging along, get this thing done. So I got the oil pan cleaned up and good enough to put it back on the motor and get the car running. We're more than likely going to change the oil after startup anyway, just in case there is something still kind of floating around in the system, just because this oil pan obviously came off the Mustang motor instead of the Grand Marquis motor. But yeah, so while I was doing that, Tyler's working on getting the mating surface for the intake cleaned up, so that way we can get the intake on. And then we should be good to put the car in the motor. Got to put a water pump in it. That'd be helpful. But then after that, we should be good to kind of put the motor in the car and get everything else buttoned up. Hopefully tonight we can do the first startup on it. So, but yeah, got a nice pretty motor over there. Just kind of getting cleaned up, ready to go. Alright guys, so you haven't seen me today. I was at work. The boys killed it. Got majority of the motor swapped over, accessories and all that other jazz. We just finished getting everything, kind of buttoned up. We don't have the throttle body on. I thought it would be easier with the load leveler. Obviously, you can see that it's kind of in the way. But we're about to go ahead and drop her in. She's got new gaskets all the way up, as deep as we went into it. 46,000 miles. New thermostat housing. Coolant. Coolant. Shit. What do they call it? Coolant. No. It's a thermostat housing, but they call it something else on AutoZone. Coolant something. I don't know. This thing right here. Got all of our front accessories swapped over, our timing cover swapped over, our oil pan swapped over, our manifold swapped over. Yeah, she's alternator will be in there, but obviously we had to use its mounting points to pick this motor. Haven't put the flywheel on yet, just because the less stuff that's on here, probably the easier it's going to go in. But yeah.
We should have a motor in here in probably, I don't know, what you guys think, an hour?
30 minutes.
Yeah, 30 minutes? 30 minutes? All right, cool, we'll see. Time lapse coming soon.
It's blinker fluid.
Guys, if you are ever building a car for anything, street, track, whatever, don't do some janky shit. Like, don't do stuff like that. Like, just do it with heat shrink and butt connect. Like, heat shrink, butt connectors. Like, come on, man. Don't do stuff like this. Like, wiring, I can understand, is sometimes a pain, but it's not that much of a pain. And if you ever have to do it again after you do something like that, you're just gonna struggle with it because it's terrible. So just do it the right way. Buy once, cry once, as Tyler says, and just don't take any shortcuts if you absolutely don't have to. There's no excuse for that right there. Like, butt connectors are pennies, you know? So just don't do that. And for this next stunt, I'm going to show you my party trick. This is why they call me Dead Blow Dave. And for my next stunt, I'm going to show you why they call me Bulking Hammer Dave. Pretty fuck. And so for my next trick, you saw Dead Blow Dave, now you're gonna see Torque the Spec Dave. So we're back in the shop after a long night, and we're just getting some stuff plugged in, getting everything buttoned up top, and then we'll be moving down low to get that trans in, starter, clutch, all that good stuff, and we should hear this thing fire up today. This should be our final battle, yeah? Mm-hmm. And we're gonna win the war. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. All right, so we got the motor pretty much all buttoned up top. We're still missing a few things. The belt routing is a little weird because this doesn't have a second tension or an idler for some reason, and the tensioner is a little different. We suspect this motor previously to had come out of a Grand Marquis. That's why we don't have everything for the Mustang GT. But I can't really find anywhere to bolt the idler, so we're just gonna get a shorter belt and reroute it the best we can. We're pretty much ready for the trans to go in. So that's what we're gonna do now. It looks almost like Alex has lined up the clutch without a clutch alignment tool.
Very close.
Very close. I'd say maybe a little bit to the right the clutch needs to go, but other than that, it looks pretty sweet.
I'll do half-inch extension. That's all you need.
Oh yeah? Motor's in, trans is in. There's no drive shaft, no exhaust. Car's gonna be stupid loud if it starts. Alex is in. He's gonna do the honors of firing this car up for the first time with the new motor in it. And we don't have a serpentine belt. Something's going on. The GT one was too long. The Grand Marquis one was too long. So we're gonna have to piece something together in order to get that situated. But we're gonna go ahead and give this thing a try and see if it'll fire up. Are you ready? Here's the juice. Battery out of my car is too dead. Or maybe this battery is just that fucked up. Try it again. Alright, fucking see what it does. So as you guys have seen, and as per usual, we did not do something right. So the trans is coming back out, and we'll do you this favor and save you from having to watch this painful process. So you're not gonna see that, but we're gonna pull the trans out, and then we're just gonna try and start it without the trans because we don't know what's going on. Something's going on with the clutch fork. Press the clutch, and about half the time it makes some crazy popping noise. We did align this without a clutch alignment tool, so that could be part of the problem. I did notice when we were trying to turn it over, the tail shaft was spinning. That's not supposed to happen, and it was in neutral, so I don't really know what's going on, but hopefully we can figure it out. And if we can't figure it out, hopefully Father Time can figure it out. Bitch ass. Bitch ass.
Not having a good time.
Why?
So maybe I just...
Alright, so we're gonna try this for the 15th time. Fucking send it.
As the thunder rolls.
Woo!
Ooh, that's it. These tires are spinning too. Just let you know that.
Is it in neutral?
Trans is in neutral.
For sure?
Yeah. I get it.
What was that crazy swoop noise?
More power.
Yeah, this trans is in neutral.
Alright, fucking send it.
It's in neutral and the clutch is to the floor, so...
Hold on, maybe we should get that. Show me something. One more time. So after many hours of hard work pulling the intake back off because we assumed we had a vacuum leak and that's what was causing the car to run like shit, we're gonna see if it will run and idle. And Alex is gonna do the honors again.
I'm gonna go fast.
Much excited.
Davey's having to fight the car right now because we didn't refill the power steering fluid, so it's got no power steering at the moment. So he's having to fight it a little bit, but this is the first drive since with the new motor in it. Sounds like Davey's having a hard time getting it to pop into reverse.
No coolant either. Weight reduction.
No coolant. Forgot about that. You know what we didn't do? Plug in the reverse switch on the trans. So I'll have to do that later. But yeah, first drive. Not bad. So there's a lot more to come on this car. A lot more to modify on it and do. Get everything buttoned up. But yeah. We'll get it done.
It's like, you'd probably never get that.
All right, homies, that's gonna be probably about it for this one. Car's running on its own. That's good.
She got juice.
We have a couple little problems that we need to button up, but yeah, if you want to win this car, subscribe, like it, and we'll give you more information on how to win it here shortly. We have still a ton of work to do on this thing. Just upgrades mainly, paint and body work, stuff like that, make it clean. But runs under its own power. Sounds pretty good. It's got an exhaust leak, but we'll address that. How are you guys feeling?
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Got anything you want to say?
Yeah, whoever wins this car, you're probably gonna be pretty happy with it.
You?
Let's get this thing done.
Huh?
I'm ready to go home.
I mean, it's pretty much done. All we gotta do is throw the hood back on
True.
and then move it. And we're good to go.
Yeah.